Let's talk first of all about the reason that you've had to move your target on Bitcoin back. $250,000, you now say by 2025. What has been holding Bitcoin back, you think, the most?
When I predicted it, Bitcoin was at 4,000, so it's gone to 30,000 in that time. And I wasn't really expecting the U.S. bureaucracy to be this aggressive. And I thought that maybe they would be recognizing that they've got to compete with the rest of the world. They've got to provide a platform from which entrepreneurs can flourish. And by having this regulation by enforcement that the SEC has been professing and driving, it's really driving all the great entrepreneurs out. And I think that has hurt the Bitcoin price. But Bitcoin is here to stay. It's a great system it's a great currency. It's a great way to operate. I can't wait until I can raise a fund all in Bitcoin, invest it all in Bitcoin, have my portfolio companies all pay their employees and suppliers all in Bitcoin, and have taxes all paid in Bitcoin, and have the waterfall all fall into people's Bitcoin wallets. Because then there's no accounting, there's no auditing, there's no bookkeeping. It's all done on the blockchain, and it's all honest, and it's all straight. And I think that's going to bring society to an anthropological leap forward. It's going to be an amazing time, and I can't wait for it. I guess I thought that it was going to happen a little sooner than it did. I also thought retailers would recognize that they can save 2% by accepting Bitcoin, and I thought they'd recognize that sooner. But that hasn't happened yet. And I think it's going to happen about the right time, about the same time as the halvening, and maybe we'll get my price target then.
Tim, a lot of the OG Bitcoiners have sort of given up on the transactional piece of it, on the currency side of it, looking at it more as a store of wealth, like digital gold. Why are you still pushing that use case, and how would it work? Would you use the Lightning Network or some other software patch to make it faster and more efficient?
Yeah, I think when people talk about using Bitcoin as a store of value and that being the only use, what they're missing is that the Lightning Network can operate off-chain. So all these people who talk about Bitcoin using too much energy or it's too slow or whatever, they're missing that when you move it off to the Lightning Network, and maybe with OpenNode or whatever, it can do 5,000 transactions a second, and it doesn't require a lot of energy. And I think that as the software starts being built for the smart contracts on Bitcoin, when ETFs are more targeted toward Bitcoin, they're calling them ordinals. Not ETFs, sorry.
NFTs.
ETFs are what
a lot of acronyms.
Fidelity and BlackRock guys are going to be doing. But the NFTs, once the NFTs or ordinals become a part of Bitcoin, and when DAOs start focusing around Bitcoin, I think you're going to start seeing the real flourishing of Bitcoin. And I think FTX sent us a very strong message that we don't want centralized currencies of any kind. And we don't want a central bank. We don't want centralized currencies of any kind, because they can be controlled by one person, and that one person can take us off a cliff.